The Orlando First regional robotics coverage is proudly powered by the Microsoft Store. Take the work out of play with entertaining tablets. Combine both with the Surface 2 or prepare for Titanfall with the Xbox One. The Microsoft Store has it all, and you can find it at f5live.tv/Microsoft.
Right.
Moving right along, I'm excited for this team to be on the show.
Absolutely. Your team has actually been mentioned at least once, if not twice, by other teams who have said that something of yours is one of the best or weirdest things they've seen in the pits.
Okay.
And it's the light.
The light.
It's the
projector.
Yes.
Right. We love the projector.
They do too, apparently. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Michael Holman with EA Sports, and I'm also a mentor on Exploding Bacon Team 1902.
Fantastic.
I got 2 kids on the team, and
very nice.
Yeah, and I'm loving it.
Cool. So, obviously, the first question that has to be asked is, where does EA find themselves connected to First?
EA is a major sponsor of our team, of Exploding Bacon, yeah. So they make an annual donation that helps us a lot. I think you probably know it takes quite a bit of money to run these clubs, you
Indeed.
know? Unlike a lot of little small clubs that kids can be involved in, these things have serious budgets.
Absolutely.
Tens of thousands of dollars for these teams.
It's actually what we were talking about just in the last segment there.
Right.
Yeah, it takes a lot, and a lot of schools can't afford it, and so getting at least one good sponsor behind you can really change everything.
Corporate sponsorship is really important. I mean, that combined with the fundraising efforts that the kids do as well, and they bring it all together so they can afford to come to these events and build their bots.
So how's the team doing?
We're doing pretty good. We had some initial teething troubles, which happens a lot because we didn't have as much time with the bot as we'd wanted before the match. But we're getting better every time, so we're making good progress.
What's the over/under going?
Right now we're 3-2.
Okay.
So, and you know, the teams, when they scout other teams that they might want to match up with later on, they look at the later results more than the early ones.
Sure, absolutely.
And the guys are smart. They know how this game works. And sometimes you might have a very strong bot, but you're paired with some others that are not so much. So
there's always that because the alliance is out of your control this early in the game. Yeah. So.
What's the craziest thing you've seen so far on the field?
Well, I don't know about crazy, but some of these matches are really exciting. I mean, where they're going down, they have 2 balls. There was like neck and neck, a point between them, and they had both teams had a ball with 3 assists on it, and trying to get there. A lot of defense going on. The clock was running down, and whoever's going to make that shot was going to win it. So it's pretty cool.
So it's important to note for the people watching and listening, the more assists you get, there's a multiplier almost
exactly.
that goes on your bonus points.
Right.
So the more assists, having those 3 assists is huge.
Yeah, this is a game more so than in other years where cooperating with your teammates is vitally important to get a good score. Yeah.
Which makes for a really good partnership environment.
Right.
But like one of the other teams said, if everybody's big on defense, it can be a bit of a problem.
Yes, yeah.
But it's okay. It seems to be working out in general.
Yeah, and there's a lot of life lessons in that. If you think about it, just the things they have to do in terms of scouting relationships, even the way that the team has to market itself and the branding. You talk about branding, and Exploding Bacon is well known as a team because we have recognizable logos, a thing up on the wall, and the way they present themselves, and also just spirit and willingness to help others. I mean, and I think you'll see that in all the teams, really. If you have a part extra, we bring extra stuff just in case someone else might need it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen, we had the pleasure, we've talked about it throughout the show, we've had the pleasure of working with FTC all through their season this year.
Right.
And obviously now we're getting involved in the FRC stuff, but through the FTC at one competition, one of the teams almost shut down operations to help another team get their robot back up and running.
Yeah.
To great harm to their own score throughout the day, and they didn't care. They just wanted the other teams to be able to compete.
Oh, I think we really feel that.
Cool.
To see a team not be able to get out there and just even drive around is heartbreaking for everyone around, and we will all definitely want to help them.
Because everybody knows what it takes.
Yes, and we know what it feels like when that happens to you. So.
Yeah, exactly, because it's happened pretty much to everybody at some point.
You can't be in this thing for any amount of time and not have it happen to you.
Have at least one round where you go, and nothing.
Right, yeah.
Why aren't you
like,
moving?
No, yeah, I know, it happens.
Yeah, so
I'm sure you heard the story about last year when there was a couple of bots that were crushed by a car accident and how everyone here rallied to get those back together again.
Yeah, actually, at the lunch that we attended today, one of the team members from one of those teams spoke very emotionally about the experience and how, it was on the way here.
Yeah, they were in a trailer, two teams together, were traveling together, car accident, bots wrecked.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
They get here, and basically overnight, all the teams came together and were able to rebuild a competition-ready robot.
That's nuts. You won't see that in anything else.
No.
You really won't. You
And
really won't.
remember, these are your opponents, too.
Right, exactly.
I know. Well, that's the whole, one of the things at FIRST is pushing out, cooperation and gracious professionalism.
Right,
and I think that that's so important.
I am totally with you. I love all of the things that FIRST stands for, and I'm really glad that they focus on the things that matter.
Right.
Like, you have to help people.
Yes, yeah.
Because the people you help, if you just look at it from a selfish perspective, the people you help today are the people who can help you tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's true. And you can look at it as like, well, is that being mercenary? No, because you know what? Think about it from the other, when the shoe's on the other foot. You're not thinking that way. You're just happy, right? To be helped.
Yeah,
and
you're panicking. Uh-oh.
Yeah, right.
You're not thinking, well, you know what? Someday I'll give them a part, or you're just thinking, please, somebody help.
In fact, I'd say it goes so far as that if you can't help, you're disappointed, right? If someone asks you for a part, do you have one of these? And like, no, sorry. It's like, bummer, because that would have been so good if we could have been the guys that helped them out.
You really want to help somebody else. Yeah. That's certainly something that's unique to this sport environment from others.
And I think, I was here at the luncheon with a couple of people that hadn't seen this before. And so I went around with them, and it was really great to see their reaction. They were very surprised to see this atmosphere here with all these kids cheering, this amazing competition going on. And just the drama of it and just the lighting and everything. I don't know. It's pretty cool when you first walk in here, right?
They make it it's a whole thing. It's not just, robots on the field. No.
Right.
It's a DJ and an MC and a production team and media covering the event.
I know. And you guys are doing an awesome job here as well.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
And more of this is really what we need, too, because it's one of the things where, like you were getting at, you say robots on the field, people will go like, robots seem boring to a lot of people. If they would just walk in this place, they get it.
It's amazing.
There is nothing boring happening behind us here. This is sheer insanity in the best way possible. Because, like we said earlier, there's a kid over here in a plastic shark costume who's been dancing. That's insane.
Yeah, I know.
You won't see that at a football game.
I've been in a costume suit like that.
Have you?
Yeah, it gets hot in it. You have to be dedicated and have some spirit to put up with that.
Whoever it is not currently wearing it. I do not see it over there anymore. Oh, I do see it over there. I do not see a human being in it.
That's what you meant.
Yeah.
I proposed to my wife in a grasshopper suit by the roadside, so I know what it's like.
Oh my goodness.
So that just goes to show the kind of people that
you want to run that back a little bit?
Yeah.
You want to come back to that?
I need you to say those words one more time for me.
Yeah, I proposed to my wife while wearing a grasshopper suit on the roadside with a sign that said, marry me. So.
All right. We'll do that story after the show, because now I feel like I need to hear that story, because that's
it gives you a little insight to the mentality of people involved here. So.
That is for sure. It certainly does. And that's the thing. Everybody's like that.
Yeah. Good humor is something that pervades this place, and I think that's important.
We've talked about one of the MCs, Barry. He's got the spring legs. He's done one of these in a total UCF. The body cling suit. Yeah. The whole.
He does a great job.
He's a maniac.
Yeah. I'm afraid he's going to hurt himself.
He's wonderful
all the time.
He's become a good friend of ours because he's just ridiculous in the same way that we really kind of all are.
Right.
The point.
There's no better way to be, right?
Look, if it puts people...
I'm totally with you on that.
It puts people from Boeing, EA Sports, and Bright House in the same building enjoying the same thing. You don't have that anywhere else.
All watching a guy or girl, a person in a shark costume.
Right.
All watching a guy on Springy Portal 2 stilts with an umbrella hat and an acid jumpsuit doing the Cotton Eye Joe dance. That's what's happening.
It's true.
And they all love it, and they all cheer, and they all dance along. It doesn't happen anywhere else.
Right.
Only here.
Got an executive from Disney, been walking around, was here with us earlier.
Having a blast.
That's loving it.
That's great. Yeah.
What? An actual Disney executive. That's ridiculous. Watching shark people and such. It's too much. I love it. Well, I appreciate you coming by and talking to us. I'm glad that the EA Sports is involved in the program. It's always good to see the big guys involved in giving back. So appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Have a good rest of the competition.
Yes, thank you.
Good luck to the team.
Look for us out there.
We're gonna have to come find you afterwards because we do media and stuff. We'll have to chat. We'll definitely have to do that.
I'd like that.
You definitely shouldn't get too far because I've got to hear the
that too.
costume story.
So if you have to go back, go there, but then come back, or we got to meet up again. We got to.
Okay,
that's a great story.
I have to assume that's your team.
Yes,
right there.
Right,
we can see them from here.
Okay,
perfect.
I see somebody putting on a pig head.
Yeah, we have a pig head guy.
Yeah. There, see,
got
pig
it.
Head.
Yep. Okay. And that's what we're saying.
That's how I assumed it had to be your team.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Privilege. Awesome.
I'm sharks and pigs.
I don't know.
They're too close. One of them is going to eat the other. I can't guarantee which way, but one of them will eat the other.